Hello and welcome to this lesson on how to write a report in the ISLPR Writing Test. In the ISLPR Writing Test, candidates normally complete 2 writing tasks, and these total approximately 400 words in 60 minutes. One task is approximately 150 words, while the longer task is approximately 250 words. A report may appear as the longer writing task. You may be asked to describe a situation, present findings, evaluate school activity, explain a problem, or recommend what should happen next. In this lesson, I will show you how to analyze a report question, organize your ideas, and structure a clear professional response. We will also examine a complete model report. So, let us begin. Before we get into it, please subscribe, like the video, and share it if you can. What is a report? A report is a formal or semi-formal document that presents information about a situation, activity, event, investigation, or problem. A report may be written to inform, to describe, to evaluate, to analyze, or to recommend action. For example, you may be asked to evaluate a school program, report on an excursion, explain concerns about student attendance, or recommend improvements to a school service. A report is different from an essay. An essay usually develops an argument through connected paragraphs. A report is more direct. It presents relevant information. It explains what the information means and recommends practical action. The key point is simply this: a report presents facts, evaluates them, and recommends action. Before you start writing, identify 5 important elements. Element number 1, the context. First, ask yourself this question: what situation has led to the report? For example, your school recently introduced an after-school homework support program. This tells you the situation you must discuss. Your role. That's element number 2. Identify your role. Are you a classroom teacher? Are you a program coordinator? Are you a year-level leader? Your role determines the kind of information and recommendations you can reasonably provide. Element number 3, identify the audience. Ask yourself, who will read this report? The audience may be the principal, the school board, the head of department, teaching colleagues, or an education department officer. Your language must suit the reader. For example, a report to a principal should sound professional, respectful, and objective. The purpose. Element number 4, identify the purpose. In identifying the purpose, ask yourself, why am I writing this report? You may be required to inform, evaluate, explain, investigate, recommend, or even request information. The required content is another element you need to identify. Identify every instruction in the question. For example, describe the program, evaluate its effectiveness, and recommend whether it should continue. This task contains 3 instructions. Number 1, describing the program. Number 2, evaluating its effectiveness. And number 3, recommending whether it should continue. You must address all 3 parts. Missing one instruction means that you have not fully answered the question. Let us now talk about how to structure an ISLPR report. In short, let's talk about the format of an ISLPR report. A short ISLPR report can usually follow this structure. Number 1, title, purpose, findings, evaluation, conclusion, and recommendations. You do not need too many headings. Use only the headings that help the reader follow the report clearly. Let us go through each part using one model report. So, we'll start with the title, which is number 1. The title should clearly identify the subject of the report. For example, report on the homework support program, evaluation of the school excursion, playground incident report. Avoid writing only report, things like report. That's not a title because that title is too general. For our model, the title is report on the homework support program. This immediately tells the reader what the report is all about. Let's talk about number 2, purpose. The purpose section explains why the report has been written and what it will examine. Keep it short. 1 or 2 sentences are usually enough. Useful openings include: this report evaluates, this report examines, the purpose of this report is to, this report presents the findings of, here is the model purpose. This report evaluates the 4-week homework support program for Year 8 students and recommends whether it should continue. Just this sentence alone has clearly identified the program, the students, and the decision that the report will help the principal make. The purpose section should be direct. Do not waste words on a long introduction. So your purpose section is the introduction section of a report. But number three is the findings. The findings section presents the important facts, observations, and results. Depending on the question, your findings may include attendance figures, student feedback, staff observations, positive outcomes, difficulties, actions taken, or survey results. Your findings should be specific and objective. For example, look at the model answer that we have. An average of 14 students attended each session. Teachers observed that regular participants completed more assignments and became more confident when requesting assistance. Student feedback was generally positive. However, several students could not attend because their buses departed immediately after school and the library was sometimes too noisy. These findings include: number 1, attendance information; number 2, teacher observations; number 3, student feedback; number 4, positive outcomes; and number 5, problems affecting the program. Notice that the language is balanced. The report does not claim that the program was perfect. It presents both the strengths and the difficulties. Let's talk about section 4, evaluation. The evaluation section explains what the findings mean. This is where many candidates make a mistake. They present information, but they do not evaluate it. So to do this, you need to ask yourself, was the program successful? What worked well? What problems occurred? Were the objectives achieved? What needs to change? Useful evaluative expressions include: was generally successful, achieved most of its objectives, produced positive outcomes, appears to have improved, was less effective than expected, requires further improvement, and here is a model evaluation answer or response. The program provided useful academic support and improved assignment completion among regular participants. However, transport difficulties and the unsuitable location reduced its overall effectiveness. This evaluation considers both sides of the program. The program produced positive academic outcomes. However, practical problems limited its success. The word "however" helps connect the positive and negative findings clearly. The next section is the conclusion and the recommendations. In a short report, you do not need to separate sections for the conclusion and recommendations. You can combine them in one final section. First, give your overall judgment, then explain what should happen next. Your recommendations should include or should be practical, specific, realistic, and connected to the findings. For example, a stronger recommendation should be: the school should move the sessions to a quieter classroom and investigate alternative transport arrangements. This recommendation tells the reader exactly what action should be taken. Now, look at the model conclusion and the recommendations that we have. Overall, the program achieved its main purpose. It is recommended that it continues for another term in a quieter classroom. The school should also investigate a late bus arrangement or an online support option. These recommendations directly respond to the problems identified earlier in the report. The noise library is addressed by moving the sessions to a quieter classroom. the transport problem is addressed through a late bus or an online support option. This connection is very important. Your recommendations should not appear suddenly at the end of the report. They must come directly from the findings and evaluation. You can now see a complete report on your screen. If you can, please pause and read it and then follow me as we go to the next section. One question you might want to ask is, why does this report work? This report works because it follows a clear sequence. It states its purpose, presents specific findings, evaluates the evidence, gives an overall judgment, and recommends practical action. Do not just report what happened. Explain what the findings mean and what should happen next. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel for more ISLPR lessons, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.